Hello, internet friends. I hope you're taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally. And today we're gonna talk about a very, very important topic, and that's gonna be friends of friends. Very first thing, what comes to my mind is they are the funny tweets people post about breakups, giving the reason, oh, because my friends didn't like him or her. And the other thing, as an example, that comes to my mind, my best friend at the time when I moved to London, UK, where I'm still living, working, and studying, and I'm talking to you as well. So this best friend I'm talking about, he said it in the very beginning, actually, in the very first week, that he's not interested in my friends at all. So we're not gonna get together as a group and going for bowling or something like that. And some people, as the mentioned funny tweets, prefer when the friend group welcomes the new friend. So right now I'm in London, UK, but I'm originally from Eastern Europe. In Eastern Europe, it's a completely different ball game. Let me tell you why. Because you are born in one place and you basically grow up with the same people. You are friends with the same people throughout your life. In your 20s, 30s, 40s, they are the ones, your childhood friends. They are the ones who you invite for your wedding, for your birthdays, and so on and so on. But in a big city like London, which is one of the most important city in the world, people are moving like all the time. I have a living party sometimes every single Friday. So we cannot talk about friend circle of friends here in a sense how you can talk about it in Eastern Europe. Because once someone moves to Germany or France or Canada, and you're gonna talk to them online once a month, and you're gonna meet them like once every 5 years, that's not a friend category anymore. That's a person who used to know. In London, everyone has a very busy lifestyle, mainly because everyone is always looking for a new job, a new flat, a new holiday. There's always something to do here. Back in East Europe, once you have a job, you don't look for another one. Don't look for a better one. You just stay where you are. And most people, they own their homes, so they don't have to look for new places, new rentals, closer to work, closer to places you like. Friends of friends topic is super important. Let's say you're gonna meet someone called Fabian. And this guy has the same job as you, likes to spend the free time the same way as you are, same hobbies, everything. So you going to be friends. This is obviously an example. And then this new friend of yours, Fabian, introduces you to Roland. And what happens after a couple of months? There's some sort of argument with Fabian. So you decide to fix the problem like every mature people would do, any wise person would do. Block this person number, block this person on social media. That's it. Fabian is no more. So your new friend is Roland. And what happened is, because Roland gets the news from somewhere, the birds telling him that you're not in a good terms anymore with Fabian, so Roland decides to withdraw. Or another scenario, you have a new friend, his name is Fabian, and after being good friends and spending the free time together, after a couple of months, this Fabian introduces you to his other good friend called Roland. And you really like this Roland person, lots of interest together, you maybe even entertaining the idea to go for a short holiday together with the family and all that stuff, partners. And your main friend, Fabian, did not like this a little bit. So he gets jealous, basically. So you go to the pub with this person, with Roland, and you post pictures on social media that you're in a pub, and straight away you receive a call from Fabian that, what are you doing? Why did not invite me? And you answer, yeah, but Fabian, you were working, you had a shift, you were not available at that time. And Fabian would say, oh, then you don't go to the pub, you go to the next day when I'm free as well. So all three of us going, and so on. So let me tell you this, my internet friends. I thought that this sort of behavior is only until you're like in high school. And after that, no more, because everyone is adult, everyone is wiser, everyone has a brain, a common sense. But as it turns out, common sense is not that common. So let me tell you this. This is, in my life, it's a reoccurring problem. And then I was thinking about the people I know, I really know. For example, my grandfather, who had at least 600 people as a friend, a close friend. We're talking about my grandpa. So obviously he never used the internet. I don't think he ever had mobile phone. I'm talking about smartphone. He didn't have smartphone. When his friend wanted to meet him, he he just drove 2 hours to him, and that's it. And I remember my grandparents' house parties with always 10, 15 people or more hanging out with them. And sometimes they had the exact same problem what I just described in the first 5 minutes of this video. I find this incredible. What are the sources of this problem? It could be, trust issues, misinformation, gossip, someone appears to be like toxic or something. There are all sorts of reasons for this. So I absolutely understand when people decide not to have relationships, friendships, and spend their days online. Additionally, we need to talk about AI, because so many people using it like all the time, not just to gather information, but they're using these different AI chatbots as a therapist. And I wonder what artificial intelligence would do with these sort of situations, if it understands it at all. The main advice here is that don't be surprised. High school is never ending. Friends are very important, and whenever any problem comes up, it's always worth the time to try to figure out some solution, try to find a way that it's good for everyone. And even if this year is 2025, people are still much more honest when you meet them face to face than online sending messages. And also I'm talking about you feel the support much more strongly when you meet face to face than just receiving, very nice messages. Human history is thousands and thousands of years old, and still we are the same. No matter we have a spare and whatever, we're riding on horses, and then now we have smartphones. The people, the dynamic, and the friendships are completely the same. Nothing, absolutely nothing has changed.